Hi, I thought I'd just make a quick video by these toilets. It's not at all weird to have a dude sitting outside the toilets with a camera filming things. I hope nobody's in there pooping. This is just a quick update because apparently today I got permanently suspended from Twitter on my account @ademotivator, and my current backup account, which is called Tom Bloke's #1 fan account, is locked for 6 days. I tried to appeal it and just said, you know, I don't know what I did wrong, I don't know what the problem is, if I did something wrong I apologize. Twitter can make people worked up. It's an easy way to get a message out quickly, and it's an easy way to discuss things with people. But when I get into arguments and fights, and when you always have people like nitpicking everything you say constantly, whenever you make an argument, somebody always shows up and they're like, actually. And then you have a back and forth and you realize they're not even fucking interested in the points you're making or what you're trying to say, and you get frustrated. And a way that I often deal with that is to get snarky or sarcastic. I can be like nuclear levels sarcasm snark on Twitter. I start trying to get into this mode where I go inside the sarcasm into a new realm of sarcasm, and it just becomes like the sarcasm inception, where the sarcasm is so strong and so snarky that just people can't deal with it, and there's a singularity and the earth explodes because of time dilation. And sure, that can come off wrong sometimes, and then sometimes I'm not being sarcastic, I'm just pissed off and I'm like, fuck you, you're a jerk. Motherfucker, you don't fucking listen to me, I'm sick of your shit, fuck you. And it's not really that healthy. Like, Twitter is an addiction, and sometimes I just spend so long glued to my phone or my computer and just like, what's the person going to say next? What are they going to say? How can I be snarky? How can I insult them because they are not refusing to listen to my arguments, and it's pissing me off, it's making me annoyed. And then very occasionally it's like, oh, I'm having an actual good discussion, a good exchange of ideas, having a back and forth. They're listening to what I'm saying, they're taking on my points, they're not straw manning, they're not just trying to make me look bad. But other times it's just you say anything and very hard-headed, stubborn people show up and they make these pedantic arguments, nitpicking, and then eventually you're looking at dictionary definitions because they refuse to listen to your points at all, and they just want a victory and a win, and it's just stupid ponage culture that Twitter is particularly bad for because you only get 140 characters, so it's like very hard to have a decent conversation. I'm thinking this person doesn't agree with me, they're an asshole, I'm fucking sick of this shit, like I'm always nitpicking. So I say something that might be mean, or use some bad language, or do something offensive. And maybe that hurts that person, I don't know, it could be the case. Maybe they are being dogpiled by somebody else, and then me making a comment just contributes to that dogpiling. And in my moment of annoyance, I might not understand that I'm hurting this other individual, and that's the kind of thing that I'm against. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But am I mindful of that sort of thing? Do I despise the culture of people who are like, I never do anything wrong? If I dogpile a person or insult a person or do something horrible, am I just gonna say, that was different because I'm me, I've got better values? No, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's a good point, I shouldn't have done that. So if I engaged in targeted harassment, yeah, I mean, Twitter's totally right to suspend me. But the only issue I have with it is just I would like to know who was harassed and how and like what happened and why. And I'd also like to know if I could make another account and adjust my behavior in the future, because I do like having Twitter as a way of promoting YouTube videos, as a way of promoting Patreon, even though hardly anyone contributes to that and I'm losing patrons, and I don't know if there's much point in even continuing it or whatever, because I can't be fucked promoting it or anything. I just like making videos, I don't really care too much about the money or anything. I don't know why I have a Patreon. And engaging with people on my own side who I like to network with and give feedback to, and occasionally having a decent conversation with someone on the other side or on a different side of an issue to me. But the rest of it is just taken up with just pedantic, pointless, stupid bickering about crap that is honestly just a waste of time, and it's just constant death of brain cells. So in that regard, being suspended from Twitter is quite nice. It's just like taking a holiday, perhaps a permanent one. But I guess I might come back. I don't believe this is like some kind of persecution. I mean, maybe I was false flagged or targeted by somebody, I don't really know. But if that's the case, I'm not a victim, it's just fucking Twitter. There's more things to life. And fuck it, I'll do it here. Subscribe to my Patreon, because I actually have used some of that money. I just bought some new batteries for my new camera, so that, you know, Patreon money's going towards that. And also I have a video coming out about New Zealand politics, which I wanted to get released by or on Saturday, which is election day here in New Zealand, but I have to go out tonight to a restaurant, and I have to go to an election viewing party tomorrow, so I'm not probably going to have the time to complete it. It's a really epic video, and it tells the history of New Zealand and New Zealand politics, and I'm quite happy with it so far, but It's probably going to take days for it to be released because I am quite busy and it's really frustrating. That's the thing that's the most frustrating to me in my life and the whole internet sphere, is not having the time to make YouTube videos. That's the main thing that pisses me off. Being suspended from some stupid Twitter website where all I do mostly is just argue with people who don't even care about my arguments in the first place, and just a dick measuring contest. Like, it's not that big a deal. If I can get Twitter back or get a new account just to promote some shit and talk to people I like talking to and try to downplay a bit some of the pointless stupid bickering, that'd be nice. Thank you.